These little handouts, have a look. It's amazing how seriously they take their green credentials, their sustainability credentials, and also leveraging what they do to impact policy change. So, many of you may not have been to an event like this before. It's a fascinating format. None of the presenters have experienced this particular format before, so please be gentle. You may be asking, why Cisco? Why would we create such an event? Well, IT is one of those few industries where we can have a real impact very quickly on carbon footprint and also the sustainability message, both within technology and also leveraging technology for the greater good. So what we'd like to do is to start some of those conversations with you this evening. We have a very informal gathering. You've probably figured that one out already. There is ample alcohol flowing, hopefully to oil the wheels of discussion as we go through the evening. The format will be very, very tight. There will be a 5-minute presentation, no longer, no shorter, by each of the presenters up here. And I'll run through the running order in a moment. So if you've got a burning question when the presenters are up there, keep the question warm. There'll be plenty of time afterwards for you to deliver the question either personally or in the group. So please, if we can, just keep the agenda running. And the agenda is packed with, I hope, some very interesting insight and also some stimulus for some conversations later in the evening. We'll start with Dan Eilert. Dan is the editor-in-chief of Greenbang. Now, Greenbang are a partner of ours that we embarked upon for a series of research elements over the last few weeks. And what we'd like to do throughout some of the presentations is feed some of the key feedbacks and key learnings from that research. The research was about CRC, the impression CRC is having on UK commercial, UK big business, and also government and non-governmental organisations, and also how accessible technology and sustainability work within a CRC environment. And we've got some fascinating findings. We'd love to share those with you. So after Dan has had his 5 minutes of fame, we'll then move on to Phil Smith, who's the Vice President for the UK and Ireland for Cisco here. Cisco is one of the biggest countries, biggest geographies that Cisco has worldwide. So the UK and Ireland is a significant entity. Phil runs that from a sales and operations point of view, but he also spends a lot of his time advocating to governmental bodies, to customers, around our sustainability credentials and how we can help them deliver against theirs. So Phil will open the carbon conversation discussion. We'll then have Harry Morrison. Many of you will know Harry, the General Manager for the Carbon Trust. And what Harry will take us through will be the legislative environment. Fascinating, challenging, frustrating, confusing, how you can make sense of it and how you can bring that sense to bear in terms of real action. We'll then have Delvin Lane from British Gas, Energy 360 British Gas. And he has a fascinating presentation called Decarbonating Business. So I think there'll be an interesting perspective from the utility angle there. We'll then have James Swanson. Now, James, if you have chance to speak with James has a double life. Fascinating, equally intrigued on both sides of his life, but it may come up in his presentation. If not, find him later. It's a fascinating, fascinating life. James will talk about business travel and the environment, based on his role as founder of Carbon Voyage. And then we'll end with Joanna Yarrow. And Joanna, again, many of you will know Joanna, founder and director of Beyond Green and many other entities. And Joanna will talk us through making sustainability personal. So hopefully, a bit of interest there for everybody. The conversation will be started, I hope. We have a Q&A session at the end of those presentations. We then also have time to drink, time to talk, long into the evening. Now, the official agenda ends at 8 p.m. Don't let that stop you. The facility is open longer. Please, if you do need to stay or would like to stay, continue the conversations either today or after this event.